Hey guys, welcome back to my small engine repair channel. Today I want to show you another tool or a set of tools here that you need for your shop if you do any kind of small engine repairs, machining, or stuff like that. Now this tool here is another variation of the tool that I showed you in my last video, the thread checker tool. Now some viewers mentioned that it could be a bit awkward when you go to check threads on the machine, because if you want to turn this in, the whole thing with the wire has to turn, and that's true. Now some viewers told me that you can buy them individually in a case like this. And here it is up close. It's called Iwangi. Now you can get this on Amazon. I will put the link under the video. By the way, this is not a sponsored video. I just bought these because I thought this would be so handy in the shop. Now there's going to be different brand names, but I think they all come out of the same place. They are made in China, I think. So it doesn't really matter what brand name they're called, as long as you get all the same thread checker tools here. Basically, this one here starts at 6:30 seconds. This is all the standard ones, and these are all the metric ones. It's all the same ones that are on this cord here, except they're all individual. You can just grab them and actually go and test them on an engine or whatever machine it is that you're working on. So for example, if I wanted to check the threads at the back of this carburetor, let's say they were all stripped and I had to rethread, I could take a guess here. Let's say it's 832. We'll try that. That's a bit too small. Just go back. Let's try 1024. That's coarse thread. And that won't fit. And it's nice they come in a case like that because you can keep them all together and not lose them. Okay, here's 1032, and it's going in perfectly. So again, the reason why I like having these in my shop is if I need to tap something, I can make sure that I have the right thread, the right tap, for example, and the proper die, because it's easy to get mixed up if you don't do a proper check, and you can actually mess up your threads by not using the right tap. And again, we've got all the metric ones. Last week in the video where I showed you this one on the cord, I was checking the threads here where the intake is, and it was quite awkward with the metal wire. Again, I'll show you this with this set, 1/4 by 20 standard threads. This is what I think goes on here. Yes, it is. Now today, a lot of the engines are made in China, and threads that used to be standard are now metric. And that's why I always get the kits here that have both standard and metric. It starts at 6:30 seconds, goes all the way up to 1/2 inch by 20 for the standard ones up here. And the metric starts at M4 by 0.7 to M12 by 1.75. Nice little kit, guys. Check them out on Amazon. There's a lot of different variations of these kits. Some have more testers and some have less. These are the most common ones that I will be using in my small engine shop, although it would be nice to have up to 9/16. This one stops at 1/2 inch. But again, this is what I use most of the time. I'd say 99% of the time. And again, here's the little magnet tray that I had last week in the other video. I'm going to try to determine the threads on this big bolt here. This is 8.8, so this is metric. And here's where it is very important to use one of these, because there's 3 variations of M12 metric threads. M12 by 1.25, 1.5, and 1.75. So I'm going to try the first one here. And it doesn't quite go in. So instead of ruining my threads with the wrong tap, I can just test it until I'm sure. M12 by 1.5 is perfect. I'm just going to try the M12 by 1.75. And it will not go into this one. Now this is super important, guys, because I have to admit that I have made the mistake of using the wrong tap. I just thought M12, grab the M12 tap without noticing in my tap kit that there were 3 different variations of these threads. And in one instance, I did ruin some threads. I managed to save them, but it was a lesson learned. Now you can also check the threads on some nuts as well with these. I'll try the 5/16 by 18 right here. Let's see if I got the right one. Nope. I'll try 5/16 by 24, which is a finer thread. Nope. I'm going to try M8 by 1.0 right here, which is very similar to 5/16, but the metric version. This is metric. Nope, it still won't go in. M8 by 1.25. Again, there's 2 different variations of the M8 as well. And there we go. See how much time that saves and problems? Here's a close-up look at them. And it's marked on each little thread checker what the size is. And there's a female part to put the bolt and a male part to check the nuts. Then you just put them back in when you're done. Shut the lid and you will not lose them. So what I did is put a link in the video description to where I bought this on Amazon.ca, which is for Canada. And there's also a link from Amazon.com for my USA viewers, so you can buy a kit like this as well. This kit is so handy, guys. It's going to save you a lot of problems and save you time in your repairs. Hopefully you enjoyed the video. Make sure you subscribe and like the video, and I'll see you next time. Have a great day.